Hello, disc golf fans. Welcome to Gatekeeper Media's coverage of the 2019 Philadelphia Disc Golf Open at Sedgley Disc Golf Course. Driven by Innova Champion Discs and Team Millennium Golf Discs. I'm Bobby Culbertson, bringing your coverage today. Starting on the back nine of round two, Steve Brinster in the lead at -12. Devin Frederick, Kevin Gleason both tied at -7. Chris Villa at -6 and Jason Coffer right behind at -5. So it looks like we're starting on hole 11. 262-foot par 3. Looks like a tight hole with elevation change and a low ceiling and down tree, so you're not going to skip anything up. Devin on his tee shot. Ooh, hits about 75 feet up on the tree. He's going to be at least be in the fairway. Steve, well, he's cleared some trees. Hits a branch, but he's landed right in the circle. He's going to be putting for birdie. Kevin Gleason's going to need to throw something similar to Steve there. Looks like he does. Pipes it right up the middle. A little bit low. And he sneaked through the trees. And I would guess he's parked right next to the hole. Bounce back. Jason Coffer picks about the same line. This one might be fading a little bit early. Yep, and it hits a small tree branch, landed in the middle of the fairway though. Chris Villa. That looks like it's fading too. I don't know if that snuck through or not. Devin's second shot here. Ooh, nasty kickoff to the right. Looks like it's down in those thorns and bushes there on the right-hand side of the fairway. He's going to be pitching up again. This is his par shot. Ooh, sounded like he hit another tree. Jason, his up shot. Well, he put it within 15 feet. Putt for par. Devin, his fourth. Ooh, did he tickle chains on that shot? Wow. Christopher Birdie just missing high. He's going to be tapping in for par. Steve for birdie. Ooh, snuck it in. Was able to save that. He didn't have the best drive, but he was able to convert for birdie here. This, I believe, is a par. And we're going to have a couple of tap-ins. Boy, that was a nasty hole. Don't forget to become a patron, Gatekeeper Media. I'm sure they would love your support. Nasty hole to start. I mean, you can see they have a low and a high ceiling. They got branches they have to duck under here, and they had down trees in the middle of the fairway, not allowing them to skip up. So that was a really technical 262-foot hole. Steve Brinster, 40% birdie conversions. Chris Villa at 20, Devin 30. But bogeys, Chris Villa, it's not good to have a 40%. Neither is having a 50%. 12 hole, 460-foot par 4. The drone is weaving its way through a narrow fairway again. And it looks like there's certain rocks and different things in the middle of the fairway that you're going to have to contend with. Steve's first shot. Looks like it's fading pretty well. I would guess that lands somewhere near the fairway, at least going to have a decent upshot. It would seem if you don't do what he just did, hitting an early tree before you make the corner, you would be okay. Jason, leaking right. Hopefully he gets a kick out. Doesn't look like he does. He's probably still in the rough. Chris. That fades hard, and it looks like it does. Oh, not hard enough, though. It's going to be still leaked on the side of the fairway in the rough there a little bit. And Devin. Oh, it looks like he found himself right behind the other tee pad. Jason's second shot hits an early tree, but he's not going to be contending in the bush, so he'll be okay. Gleason trying a thumber or a tomahawk and took a nasty roll back out into the... Ooh, and another kick. Boy, there are a lot of trees on this hole, giving you narrow alleyways to try to reach up. Even on a par 4, you can be making bogey quite quickly, but that is a fantastic upshot within the circle, 15-foot putt looking here. Another rollaway back into the other side of the fairway. Everybody's going to be doing patent pendings and reach outs to try to find any type of alleyway outside of this really thick brush. Almost looks like buckthorn too. Different types of just nasty stuff that you're going to be caught into. Yeah, anything you could do, hack away with a tomahawk. Villa for birdie. He's in the circle. He should be able to convert that putt for par. Brinster for birdie. Yep, another upshot. It kind of seems like this hole is manage your way as close as you can to get into the circle, hopefully be able to salvage your par. I would wager many of these players are coming away with par or bogey. That flick shot went to land. He wanted to land that 10 feet shorter and have that skip up to the basket. Brinster missing his par putt. Good putt right in the center of the chains. Get out of there. This is a hole you just want to, looks like, just get out. Find me something else. Stays on the pro side. If you haven't already, subscribe to Knife Nuts Podcast, supporter of Gatekeeper Media. Yeah, this hole looks like it was just built to give frustration to any player. Hopefully we'll see a final tap in here. Yeah. Escape your way to hole 13 here. Kevin Gleason from Salisbury, Maryland. 997 rank, really close to 1,000. 232 career events. Wow, 37 wins. It's quite the resume. 280 foot, hole number 13, par 3. Again, wooded course, trees everywhere. Just try to find your way through something. Hit a line, hit a gap, commit to the line you have. There's something that flips up. Ooh, hit it like just a mound of dirt? What was that? Villa flipping something up. Leaks a little bit left. Probably just outside the circle for a birdie look. Steve Brinster. He picks something a little bit more understable. Looks like it's drifting more in line. Yep. And by more in line, I mean parked to the basket. Kevin also flipped something up a little bit more. But it faded near the end. Also going to be looking for an outside the circle putt for birdie. And Devin. He did not correct. Looks like his is fading out early too. And it hits a tree. He's going to be well outside, maybe even outside circle 2. Last tree to miss and still hit it. It'll be a tough salvage for par. Almost floated in a birdie look. He'll have a tap in for par. This is for par for Jason. Cans it. Great putt. Hits the top of the basket, but able to grab enough of the change to kind of sneak back down in. Great putt for Jason to save a par, especially after that last hole. Good recovery. Outside the circle putt, a little bit low. Let's see if Kevin can convert. Yep, sure does. That 997 rated is showing right there. Those higher rated players, even right at that border of 1,000 or even lower than that, one of the big differentiators, making outside the circle or near the circle putts. Kevin showing us how it's done. A couple other tap-ins here to round out the hole. Don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe to Gatekeeper Media. Subscribe now. Hit that bell. Get the notifications every time they publish something up on YouTube. You're going to get notified of some new disc golf content. Hole number 14. 360 par 4. Narrow fairway again. Lots of trees. Oh, we go down this hill. Very unique. That can lead to some interesting death putts to come. All right. Flips something up, misses the trees, gets through the gap, and is in the middle of the fairway. Boy, he's going to be having a great look, Steve there is, to hopefully be able to float something near the basket. Kevin turning something over. Splits the two trees in the middle of the fairway. Not as far as Steve, but he's in still pretty good position there. Jason trying to look to get something going, especially after that birdie putt. Oh, on the last hole, just missed. Hits an early trees, kicking left. He's going to have some work to do. And Chris turning something over. Is it enough? Not quite. He's going to be outside of the fairway. Frederick turning something over, sliding up. He's in the fairway. He's going to have a decent upshot. Here's Jason. Scrambling. Kicked off an early tree, but he's behind that little sapling. Looks like he'll be still in position to get up and down, hopefully to save par. Pretty good upshot for a second. Should be able to at least, he'll have a look for birdie. Should at least be able to salvage a par. Here's Kevin. Upshot hits a low log, but it's getting a good roll. He'll have to straddle out to see if he can convert a birdie there. There's Jason again, his third shot. Trying to make something happen. Boy, that was close. I think he'll have a putt there for saving 4. Steve, one of the better drives, but then hits an early tree. Pretty decent upshot there. Should be able to convert his putt. This is for birdie for Steve. After a great drive, he's just going to have to lay up because that is a nasty looking death putt. Don't want to lose a disc back there. Tap into his par. Here's a birdie look. Ooh, low. You don't want to miss low and you don't want to miss high. This death putt is seriously all types of death. It's just going to be going down. Oh, man. His upshot nicks the tree and he just goes straight back down. That's when you just want to redo. Good salvage upshot there. Will be able to tap in and get out of this hole. This is for birdie. Wow, fantastic conversion. Geez, after all the other guys had their death putt scares and laid up, he was able to convert for a birdie. That's going to be strokes on many people on the field. Jason just missing his opportunity. Frederick for birdie. Oh, leaving it short. Maybe he rushed a little bit there. When you have elevation changes too, you're going to want to take your time, take a breath, make sure you're aiming for a spot on the pole, on the chain, something. Don't just throw it. We'll have a couple tap-ins here to escape this death hole. He's right, it is a good view, but I would not want that view at the top of that hill looking down at that basket for a birdie look. Ugh, nasty. Jason, 976. 2 career wins, 83 events in the Philadelphia area. Hole 15, 310-foot par 3. Looks like we have some elevation change, goes up a little bit, but hopefully this kind of looks like something these guys should be getting here. flip something up, hopefully get some late fade to kind of circle back in towards the basket. Hits an early tree there. Steve. This looks like a halfway decent line if it's going to fade back a little bit more. Circle's edge putt. Can Frederick. Ooh, it looks like it's going straight for the trees. Yep. Right side 2 kick. Gosh, that just makes it even more nasty. Jason, can he flip up enough to miss this tree? Nope. Hits the bushes. Drops in the middle of the fairway. He's just going to be hopefully up and down for par. Another pull. Gosh, that was a nasty kick straight left. Hopefully he's got a lane somewhere to be able to convert. Second shot for Devin. Puts it pretty close. He should be able to convert there for his par. Chris, does he have a lane? Looks like he does. Ooh, sneaks past the basket. Just missed. But he scooted up almost 20 feet by. He'll be a tester for par. Jason puts it within 15 feet. He'll be looking at going for par. Oh my gosh. What a shot. Those are those woods. Yeah, let's rewind that here. Kevin's up shot, flicks it up, gives it a chance. I mean, the whole way it has a chance. It has the right line. He gives it enough juice, so it's not just going to be a low line drive that lays up short. He gave it the height to be able to carry all of that distance, probably near 100 feet, to be able to tap that in for his birdie. Steve Brinster missing for his birdie. Left side. Chris converts his par. I mean, Kevin again with that.
Well, I think it's cool that I'm throwing the Scorpius just for the simple fact that they produce them. It's a disc that's very similar to the Destroyer. It has a really similar feel since it was based off of the original Destroyers. It's just not as overstable, I would say, for guys that don't have as much power. This is basically, you know, a long-range, multi-purpose shooter, whether it be backhand or forehand. This disc was vital right off the bat.
Hole 16, 254-foot par 3. Now this is something these boys should be getting. Looks like maybe an island hole too. Float a putter up there. Give yourself a putt. Kevin, after his amazing birdie on the previous hole, parks it. That's exactly what you want. Even after riding that high, he's able to calm his nerves down on the tee shot and be able to just absolutely park something on an island hole. That's just got to really boost him to keep things going. Jason turning things around, parking his tee shot. Here's Devin. Looks like he's got to go, and if it's got the distance, it does. Steve. Looks like everybody's in the circle. Everybody's putting for birdie. Well, we got Chris left. Come on, Chris. Don't make me a liar. Floating something up. It's fading a little early, but he's going to be putting too. Everybody's safe. Let's see if we can get a star frame here. Good putt. It's always good when the first person putting makes their first putt. You know you have to clutch up here, and you know you're closer, so you better make your putt. Here's Chris. Draining his putt. Steve stepping up for birdie. Converts. And we should have a couple of tap-ins here to round out our star frame. In front of a gallery, too. That's always nice to be able to throw your tee shot on an island in front of a bunch of people, absolutely nail it. And everybody's walking away feeling good and smiling because everybody just converted a birdie on a sneaky, easy hole. It's sneaky because it should be easy, but with the pressure of the people and it being an island, could maybe give some people some difficulty. End of the year statistics, you can see disc golf growing every year from 2016 all the way up to 2019. Hole number 17, 480-foot par 4. Looks like there's some landing spots here, but as we get closer to the green, we're going to have some more things getting in the way, low branches, and it gets more narrow. Kevin flipping something up, missing some trees and landing pretty good spot in the middle of the fairway, and it's rolling. Left would not have been preferred, but he'll be in an okay spot to approach the green. Oh no, Jason. At least he didn't kick more right. Devin wants that to probably flip up a more. Oh, the tree kick could do the flipping for him. That might be okay. Still stays in bounds. Steve at -13. A lot of hyzer release in there. Oh, and hit the left side of the tree. He's out of bounds. He's going to be throwing 3. Chris overturned it. Oh, but he missed the tree. That's still going right. And it stayed in bounds. That was a really lucky hop for Chris. Here's Jason. His approach shot. Steve has got some. Oh, he's throwing from out of bounds, so he's throwing from the tee box. Pretty darn good upshot. He's going to have a long look for 4, though, to save his par. Here's Jason scrambling again. His 3rd shot. Trying to get something close. Doesn't look like he quite did it. He's looking at bogey at best. Here's Chris trying to get creative. Throws a little ante up, but it's fading out a little too early. Hits a tree, lands in the middle of the fairway. It's still rolling a little bit. Here's Devin. Also trying to get creative. Did he correct the previous mistake? Looks like he did. He fought through ante quite well. He has at least a look for birdie. Here's Kevin's. Ooh, sailed a little bit past the basket, but he's going to have a fairly decent look for birdie there. And the way he's been putting all day, I wouldn't be surprised if he converted this too. Here's Jason's par approach. God, man, Jason Kidd just not catching a break with the trees today. Here's Chris. Really good approach shot there. He should be able to convert that. I think that would be for his par. Here's Jason for bogey. Just nail something, Jason. Come on. A little bit nose up, a little bit left. He'll be able to tap that in for double. Here's Steve for par. Off the front of the cage. He might be losing 2 strokes to Kevin if Kevin can convert his birdie opportunity. Devin missing his. He'll have a tap in for par. Make sure if you haven't, like Gatekeeper Media on Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube. All right, Kevin has a little bit of a straddle putt here to convert for birdie. And get 2 strokes on the leader here. Fantastic putt. Gosh, he's been draining just about everything. Outside the circle, inside the circle, testers, straddles, everything. Kevin has just been really showing his experience here on all of these holes, gaining 2 shots on Steve. Hole 18, 240-foot par 3. Starts wide, narrows down again, going down this valley a little bit and back up a little bit to the basket. Now Gleason tied for first, -12. He has the box. Just throw something with a good nose angle down towards the basket so you don't float something into the trees. Looks like he does that. He'll have a shot for birdie. Here's Devin doing the same thing. Maybe a little bit higher so he gets past the log. He does. He's parked. That'll be a great way to end Devin's round. Here's Chris. Try to mimic what Devin did. Beautiful shot. He'll be tapping in for birdie there too. Here's Steve. A little bit more pressure now. Yep, nose up, floating left, in the trees. Gosh, right after a bogey opportunity and it's tied for the lead, can feel Kevin breathing on his back. Throws his tee shot into the trees. Here's Jason. Boy, he's had an up and down round. Nailing pole. That is a way to close out the round. I know he's probably been struggling, hasn't felt great, but he has had some good things to be able to circle back on and be able to salvage a good round. And here's Gleason. Another birdie. Gosh, that guy is just on fire from everywhere. Really confident stroke. Doesn't take too much time. Just bangs it into the chains. And he's going to be taking the lead easily. More tapping birdies here. Steve, though, I believe he'll be putting in his par putt, losing another stroke and losing the lead to Kevin. There's Jason for birdie. Great way to finish out his round. There you have it. Except you don't, because here's hole number 19. 289-foot par 3. Elevated basket, and now Kevin with the lead, throwing a turnover shot. Hits a tree, but I bet you he'll be able to get up and down for par. Knowing him, he'll just close his eyes and make it whatever putt he wants to because he's been hitting everything today. Here's Devin leaking through the trees, sneaking his way around. Here's Chris. Also throwing a turnover. But he gets a little bit more distance on this. A little bit short of the basket still. You really got to throw it up there. That's really uphill. 289-foot uphill is probably playing something closer to 330. Jason hitting another tree. Here's Steve. See if he can rebound from the last hole. Throws a good turnover. Gets a kick. But he's clear of the nasty stuff, so he should be able to get up and down. Here's Kevin. A little bit short. I thought he might have been given it a run because he's been feeling it. But he should be able to tap in his par. Here's Jason. Giving it a look. I like that. Be able to tap in his par. Here's Steve. Looking to make some magic happen. I don't think he had quite the angle. He'll have an awkward stance there to try to make his par putt. Bouncing off the front of the cage, almost bouncing in. Chris for birdie, just missing it, but he's going to have an interesting putt back for par. Here's Steve's awkward footing on the grass pile. He's a little bit more level with the basket. Taking his time. Veteran move right there. Take his time. Make sure you make the par putt. Don't want to be making a bogey there. Chris sinking his par putt. And we'll just have a couple more tap-ins here for par. So Kevin's going to be holding on to a one-stroke lead over Steve. Going into hole number 20, 320-foot par 3. More of an open hole, slightly elevated basket. Looks like we're going to be dealing with some right to left wind. Throw something out far left. Ooh, he threw that short and it's cut rolling straight out of bounds. That is not what you want with a one-stroke lead. Here's Devin. Looks like he turned something up a little bit better. If it stays in bounds, nope. Snuck out of bounds as well. I'm surprised we're not seeing more forehands. I don't know if I've actually seen a forehand all day from anybody that wasn't a get me out of jail type forehand. That's quite short. They really must be playing a lot of wind here. Here's Steve getting something a little bit more height. If it's got the turn, it'll stay. Nope. does not have the turn. That's floating out of bounds too. And here's Jason. Come on, Jason. Show us something. That's got the turn. Might cut roll into the middle of the fairway. Yeah, a little bit. He should be able to get up and down. There's Kevin for par. Ooh, hit a branch. He's going to have a tester for bogey. Jason parking something into the basket. He should be able to convert that as long as the wind doesn't affect his putt too bad. Here's Chris. Really long look for birdie. Just going to be laying up, playing some smart golf, especially in this wind. Should be able to tap it in for par. Here's Devins. Par putt hanging off the front of the cage. Wow, that would have been a remarkable save. Here's Steve. He could pick a stroke up here if he makes this. Oh, he sails it a little bit past the basket, though. He's going to have a tester for bogey. Kevin just confident stroke, slamming in a bogey to end out his round at minus 12. And here's Steve for bogey. Missing. He's going to be giving up another stroke. Another 2 strokes to Kevin. Oh my goodness. That nose up angle, especially in that wind, is not doing him any favors there. Oh my goodness. Steve, do what you did on the last hole. Take your time. Slamming it home. Steve started at minus 12 today. Now he's down to minus 8. Losing many strokes to Kevin in the last final holes here. Chris salvaging a minus 5. Jason, good par on an up and down round, ending his day at minus 4. And here's Devin trotting in. Put in his bogey. Ends at minus 5 with a round score of +1. Interesting course. Lots of tight wooded holes, but also fine at the end here we saw some open holes. A lead change. Some big outside the circle putts. Really, really interesting final 10 holes. Thanks everyone to watching Gatekeeper Media coverage of the Philadelphia Disc Golf Open. Kevin Gleason takes it down with minus 12. Steve following behind at minus 8. But it looks like Justin Reed and Andrew Fish tied with Steve at minus 8. Devin holding on, and Chris to second place. Jason tied for 7th, minus 4. Become part of the family. Subscribe to Gatekeeper Media. Thanks, everybody. I'm Bobby Culbertson. Until next time.